Countryside. It's Joe Smith, General Manager, and I'm here with Stephanie Reeves, our Director of Golf. And today is Friday, June 12th. Hard to believe it's the middle of June already.
I know.
And we thought we'd come to you with just a couple updates and some reminders. Earlier this week, we sent out another encouraging email with some further changes that are going to come with our operating schedule. And big question on everyone's mind is summer reciprocals.
Recips, yeah.
So I assume everyone had an opportunity to read through that email, but Steph, what can we expect coming next week with reciprocals and that program? And
we are excited to say finally on Tuesday we're going to be opening up to reciprocals, and we've had a lot of phone calls. People are excited to come out and play our new golf course. So we'll be unlocking the doors to the golf shop. Members, you still don't have to check in. The way we've been operating has been working just fine. Recips obviously are going to check in. And more importantly, we will have a list of clubs for you that are opening now. Some are opening in the next week or two, a lot July 1st. So as that list changes, we'll just keep updating it. But you're going to have some options, finally. Everyone's starting to slowly open their doors, which is great news. We're excited about that. And we're going to go back to the double rider carts. That way the tee times aren't restricted. Obviously, if anyone is very uncomfortable with that, just let us know. And of course, we'll accommodate you if you can. But
yeah, Stephanie and I have been in constant communication with our local clubs, and everyone's kind of in the same situation. We're just watching what's going on really closely with the state guidelines and whatnot, and we still want to be cautious with everything. Our sanitation practices aren't going to change.
Right. We still want everyone to wear masks in the staging area, and we're
strongly
doing that as well.
Yep. Yeah. And some of the practices out on the golf course are going to remain in effect in terms of ball washers will remain covered, and the noodles at the bottom of the flag pins will stay in place.
The rakes also, if you find yourself in a bunker, and if you're one of those people that likes to kind of dig in, just do everybody a favor and smooth it out behind you, and keep moving on. That way it's not too penalizing for anyone behind you that ends up in that same spot.
Right.
Just courtesy.
Awesome. So also I noticed, Steph, you're holding a red cup there.
Yeah.
What's that all
so
about?
These are familiar to some of you that attended our grand reopening event. We had giveaway cups. So these are a similar idea. They're $5. We've got 5 different colors available. But these, if you forget your cup, we're not going to have styrofoam available. But if you do forget your cup for the ice water or coffee, you can pop into the golf shop and purchase one, $5. Or if your guest forgets, whatever it may be. So.
And we're starting complimentary coffee
Tuesday. That's like almost as big news as the recips.
That might be bigger news.
It might be bigger news. Yeah, coffee's back on Tuesday.
Awesome. Yeah, so these are available in the golf shop. As Stephanie said, they're $5 a piece. It's our cost, so we're not making any money on them. And
no, just a convenience if somebody forgets.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. Also, one more little operations change. Normally we close the range on Wednesdays to do maintenance, but now JD and his team, it works a little better for them if we shut it down early on Sundays, so early afternoon, kind of weather depending, on timing, and then they'll have all day Monday to do what they need to do to clean the range, mow the range, fertilize, whatever they need to do.
Gotcha.
So, and then it'll be open on Wednesday. Of course, like I said, weather permitting, Florida summers, you never know.
Yeah, it's funny. We've had so many members stay longer who normally aren't here in the summer, and they're like, "Wow, you guys get a lot of rain,"
right.
Which I guess brings us to some. It's a good segue to some golf course reminders as we are in the rainy season here.
Yeah. So many of you, after we get that afternoon or evening rain, you'll call and check in with us in the morning and say, "Are we cart path only?" We, as good practice, we try to send out an email through Chelsea if you're on the tee sheet, just letting you know if we're cart path only first thing in the morning. Otherwise, just call us. If we tell you there's no restrictions, it's 90 degrees, we are not talking about the weather. 90 degrees is a cart path rule. So what it means is rather than teeing off and driving right up the fairway to your golf ball, you drive up the rough or the cart path, and once you're level with your ball, you make a left-hand turn or a right-hand turn to go across the fairway. So it's just a little reducing wear and tear, on the fairways.
And on the topic of drainage, I just want to touch on this briefly. Overall, the golf course is draining incredibly well with all the new drainage we installed last summer as part of the renovation. But JD and I have met with Kip, and we're bringing Ryan Golf out again next week because there's a handful of areas that don't seem to be holding water, but the drainage in the area around drains doesn't seem to be collecting water as good as it could be. And you might notice some of those areas are very spongy. So we're, again, you don't realize that until you get into the first summer after a project, and that's one of the areas we're going to work with over the next several weeks here with Ryan Golf to see if we can correct it.
Yeah, and JD has been, he tries to do the benefit of the doubt with everybody when it's on the borderline of cart path only. Usually he'll let us drive, but says, try to stay away from the drains. Just try to use your senses.
There's a
stay
lot
away
of
from
signage out there as well. Just pay attention to that for us.
And
help us out.
And of course, on par threes, we are always cart path only.
Yes.
So whether there's signs to remind you or not, don't forget about that. Par threes are always cart path only too.
How about storms and lightning?
Our lightning detection system is working, and also with our new GPS, a great feature that we've found out we can do, we can send you messages that let you know that there are storms in the area and to seek shelter. And by seeking shelter, we encourage you to come back to the cart barn, because especially later in the evenings and the afternoons when these come, you may be one of only a few carts left on the course, and we've found sometimes there's one cart out there in a condo parking lot somewhere. So just try to come back to the cart barn. That way we can kind of wrap up the day.
Yeah, it's really the safest thing for you all as members in those situations.
Yeah, because the storms can last hours. I mean, we know that. Sometimes they're quick and sometimes it's hours.
So, anything else to update the membership on right now?
Not that I can think of. We're just happy to start opening up and kind of getting back to our new normal.
Yeah, I think everybody is.
Yeah.
So, as always, you all have been so supportive of us, my team, and some of the difficult decisions that our managers and the board have had to make through this whole ordeal. And as Stephanie said, we're excited to get back to some normal operations here. So, any comments, questions, you can send them our way. Otherwise, hope everyone's having a great summer. And thanks for your support. Thank you.
Thank you.